The actor Ralf Little has escalated his row with Jeremy Hunt by producing a video in which he accuses the Health Secretary of misleading the public about services for the mentally ill. The move comes after the pair became embroiled in a Twitter spat in which the royal family star disputed Hunt's claims that the NHS had overseen the biggest expansion of mental health provision in Europe and double-dared the cabinet member to sue him if he was wrong. Hunt hit back by calling on Little to find another major European country that had done better. "I double dare you," he wrote. Now the actor has responded by teaming up with the Labour MP Lucia Berger and the Liberal Democrat MP Norman Lamb to accuse the Health Secretary of repeatedly using misleading figures. Watch Jeremy Hunt spin the truth about mental health. He tells us that the Tories have employed thousands more mental health workers, starts Little, before the video cuts to the Health Secretary talking in the Commons about 4,300 more people working in mental health trusts. Berger cuts in with another watch him spin before clips of Hunt in front of a select committee and on the Andrew Marr show referencing the same numbers since 2010. The video then shows Hunt's tweet responding to Little's original attack, with Hunt claiming 4,300 more people have been employed by mental health trusts since 2010. 4,300 more employed by mental health trusts, 2,700 more employed in talking therapies, 1,400 more people treated every day since 2010. Isn't it our job to find a major European country that's done better and faster rather than make assertions you can't support? I double dare you. But it goes on to cite Commons Library figures which show the number of mental health workers in both NHS trusts and CCGs in England has risen from 100,342 to 100,839 since 2010. The actual increase of staff working in mental health since 2010 is under 500, it is just 497, adds Little. The Department of Health said Hunt's reference was to the change in the number of staff working in mental health and learning disability trusts between July 2013, not 2010, and July 2017. It said this number rose from 162,611 to 166,905, an increase of 4,294. Officials said Little's claim of 497 was about those working in mental health by their occupation between September 2010 and August 2017, and so was a different definition and covered a different time period. They argued that while both numbers were correct, they believed the comparison used by Hunt was more meaningful because it captured more people in frontline services. Berger told The Guardian that she helped produce the film to expose what was happening in mental health services. "We consistently hear big numbers from the Secretary of State and yet there have been significant cuts in the sector since 2010. Ultimately we are no closer to achieving parity of esteem, real equality, for people suffering with their mental health." Lamb was Mental Health Minister under the coalition government from 2012 to 15. During the period that covers the contested figures. You'd hear that and think there were 4,300 more people working in mental health since 2010, right? The reality is a fraction of what he is saying, Lamb says in the film.